Look, that's going to be the first topic because first of all, let me grab my beads. I haven't taken these beads off my bone so long. First of all, happy Black Pride, happy Philly Black Pride. If y'all see me in town and y'all in Philly, don't give me the, oh, I saw you, but I was afraid to say something. Goddamn it, say something. Say something. I don't care if I'm having a conversation. Tag me. Hey, I watch a show, such and such, to take a picture, whatever. Let's do it. You know. So shout out to y'all, and shout out to everybody that watched Tuesday's video. And yeah. So let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I'm ready to celebrate the night and stuff. I didn't even have a cocktail. I had to run to the barbershop. I had to get this the money together. You know, I was running around all day. And y'all don't even know, but I just started this shred diet again. I don't know if it's the shred diet or what, but I have a bad ass headache right now. My head is like pounding on both sides, so I'm going through it today. So after I take my pill, Mikkel shows me this video on his phone, and he said it, you're gonna lose your mind. And I literally lost my mind because from the interviewer to the interviewee. I mean, bitch, if you doing a news report, I mean, if you know you gotta go to the bathroom, why would you stand there and take an interview with the reporter and stand there and pee on yourself on live television? Live television. Can you please show them the video? Because I'm mad as fuck. Because, like, you don't do that to yourself. And then, when and that lady, she might have to stay in Mississippi. She's never going to be on no big news show. You just interviewing a random, she telling you got to pee, and you going to let her pee on your damn...
Because she ain't know she had to pee.
She told her she had to pee.
She ain't know.
She said, and the girl was dancing like...
Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Mad as shit.
I got to let it focus.
Make her even more.
Did it go?
Is it playing?
Wait, hold on.
When the ambulance came, was he still alive?
Yeah, he was breathing.
Okay, and was he still, making contact and he sound clear? Did he say, feel like he was losing breath or anything?
Yes, man.
What did he say?
He was like, nah, all I heard was saying, help me, help me. I got to pee.
Oh, that's what he said?
I got to pee. I'm going to pee myself.
Do you know where he was shot at on his body?
I think in the arm and in the side right there.
So he was shot on the arm and his leg, or arm and his stomach?
I just peed on myself.
She said I'm wet.
Afterwards, can you describe to people who don't know him?
No!
Michael, you said?
I think his name was
Mike? Okay, we'll be right back.
She said I'm wet.
Oh, man.
As soon as I leave here, I'm taking this right around to my parents' house so I can show my first lady. And we are going to laugh. No! He said, help me. I got pee. That's what he said? No, that ain't what he said. That girl talking about her. She got to pee. You could have told that cameraman, all right, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
It's funny.
Her mother needs to whoop her ass. Why the fuck would you stand there if you had to pee? Yeah.
Who died? Somebody died.
Somebody got shot. And it just so happens that she
was standing there. And you know they don't come looking for you.
She puts me in the mind frame of the girl who was on trial, Trayvon Martin's friend episode.
Oh, no.
No,
because the other one wasn't been taking no interviews because she didn't want to talk about it anyway.
And then when she did talk,
she got
everything fucked up.
We can't hear you. And she said, I said what I said.
Yes. He's just tired and over. Mind you, she was the main one that was there.
Yeah,
you was there besides George Zimmerman and Trayvon. You were on the phone. So you heard what was going on. She couldn't tell you what she heard.
You're like, yes.
Yes. Can you repeat the questions? What? See, this is why.
I can't, y'all.
And the people
I can't. Today I can't go off like I want to.
You know what I mean? This is why I stay to myself.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
stuff like this.
Please, headache, go away.
You know?
Please go away.
And then they call us ignorant. And then they classify us with that. She stood there and pissed on herself on television.
Wait.
On television.
Now listen, I've been running these streets.
Not
remember.
TV, television.
I want to give a shout out to Loretta Lynch because she's the first African American Attorney General. Is she the first female Attorney General? Period.
No, you
Okay.
have it wrong. She's not the first African American Attorney General. She's the first
Female.
African
You know what the hell I
Attorney
meant.
General. Well, there's some people out there may
Oh
not
yeah,
know.
because
That's why you need to
for
get it clear.
the people that like to
Yeah.
get you together for saying one thing wrong, they knew what you meant. Go ahead.
Yeah. She's the first female African American Attorney General. Now, your question was, is she the first
Female.
Attorney General?
Yeah.
No. Remember, who was the first female? It wasn't. No, Madeleine Albright was Secretary of State. I think it was that other lady. Keep talking about
Catherine Harris for Bush.
Attorney General. No.
No, what was she?
I don't know. I've never even heard of her.
You never heard of Catherine Harris or what's her name, Catherine somebody? And she was the one that made it official that George Bush won in Florida.
That's
Was it
not
her?
the Attorney General though.
Oh, I was just. She was somebody.
The
She
Attorney
was like,
General.
it's over.
She
Eric
wasn't
Holder,
the Attorney General for
They
Bush.
get rid of Eric Holder. They tired of his ass, and he's tired of them. So he said he's stepping down after they find somebody. And you know, I watched some of her.
Oh, that's. I knew I couldn't. I kept confusing her face with Elizabeth Warren, but it was Janet Reno.
Janet Reno.
The white lady
wow.
with the glasses. Remember, she fainted a few years ago. She had fainted on stage or something like that, whatever the case may be. That too was Janet Reno, and she was under Clinton, not Bush.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah. But anyway, you know, I remember watching some of the confirmation hearings and stuff, and they were grilling the fuck out of her. And I mean, I don't understand how people can sit there from 10 o'clock, take a break around 1, then come back and be sitting there at 6 o'clock answering questions. And then what they do is they ask you the same question, but flip the shit around. Like, you know how you be taking them tests online for a job? What they really do is ask you the same questions over and over. Depends on if you have enough common sense to answer it the right way every time. You know, but you know, it just seemed like they really didn't want her up in there. And I was wondering how long does it take for confirmation? Because this was like maybe 2 or 3 months ago when I was watching.
No, I think it was, well, probably for that, but I think it said something to where it was like 5 months where they've been, because Eric Holder had been announced that he was leaving. And she's been, well, to go back to the question part, they do that, and that's why I like watching the confirmation hearings when it comes, because they do it with a lot, with all of the people that a president will nominate to be the next Secretary of State, Attorney General, so forth, whatever. They do that just to make sure that they're qualified and equipped for the job that they have. Naturally, yes, it was a little strange that she would have to wait this long. But, of course, the Senate had, their whole thing was, you know, they had to get this information, that information, and then during the holiday season, because they went on break during Easter, and they was on break because, you know, for them, they get like 2 or 3 weeks for holidays and things like that. So that all played into account. But I do believe that it was a disgrace. Like President Obama said, it was a disgrace that they made her wait this long to confirm her. It should have never waited this long. But guess what? At the end result, she won. She got confirmed, and they said, yeah. Well, you know,
so she got what, 2 years, less than 2 years to be in the
in that position.
In that position. But congratulations to her.
Nonetheless, yes.
Yeah. And you know, Catherine, I don't. It's a Catherine out there that probably need me or somebody.
Yeah.
But hey, Catherine, how you doing, Catherine? Jada Pinkett. Now, Jada Pinkett wrote a Facebook post. Now, I happen to read this on my Uber ride to my house, so it's fresh in my mind. Now, I do disagree with Jada Pinkett, but she was saying that she was happy that Hillary Clinton is running for president, but she's not sure if Hillary is going to get her vote, because she was saying that she wasn't sure if Hillary Clinton stands with black women. She was saying, like, you know how can I say it? It was an issue with women, saying like how she was saying back in the day, the North white people, they were afraid to stand with black women because they didn't want the women down south to look at them funny. So they were for the same things, but they just wasn't. They took all the other races with them, but not the black women. They stood side by side with them, but not the black women, because they didn't want the women from down south to look at them funny. She was saying, like, how can Hillary Clinton, as a leader, bring black women and white women together so that we're all on the same page when it comes to the feminist movement and things like that. She was like, if Hillary can prove that, then, you know, Hillary would have her vote. But my thing is this: when you are voting for someone to be the president of the United States of America, you can't just look at it from black and whites coming together. You have to look at all the things that they stand for, all the things that you stand for, and if they match with how you go for, then you should vote for that person, not based on, oh, because she's a woman, she's supposed to bring all the women together, and if she can't, I'll vote for her to be the president. That's not what all a president's job entitles. But I understood where she was coming from. I just did not agree with her Facebook posting, and I wouldn't want her to give that message to other women out there. That's the reason why you vote for a president. It's kind of like saying, oh, I'm only voting for Barack Obama because he's black, and that's what a lot of people did. Nobody knew what he stood for. No, well, not saying nobody. A lot of people didn't care about that. All they cared was that it's a black man running for president, and we're going to vote for him because we've never seen a black man in power. But I think you should look at all the issues that they stand for before you say, you know, hey, I want to vote for this person. Not just, oh, because he's black, I'm going to vote for him. So
I agree with, I see where both of y'all are going. I see what you're saying, and I see what Jada Pinkett. Just to piggyback on what you said about Barack Obama, I felt the same way, and I still do feel the same way, that a lot of people shouldn't vote for somebody because of the skin color or whatever the case may be. But you know what? Over the past, and I don't want to get nobody, I still feel that way. I think that you should definitely know the issues and what they stand for. But over these past few years that Obama has been in office, I've seen a lot of African Americans, particularly older African Americans, you know, in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and even older, talk about why it is that they voted for President Obama. And they talked about the fact that many of them were offended at the fact that people like us said that they shouldn't vote for him because he's black. And I saw this one man who was in his 80s say, I don't like for somebody to tell me that I shouldn't vote for Barack Obama simply because he's black. He said, well, all my life I've been seeing white men, so why can't I vote for him because he's black? And that kind of struck me because I said, well, you know, I'm not in my 80s, so I can't necessarily speak from that standpoint. But I got what he was saying. You know, his message was, that's all I've seen run this country. And if I see somebody who I feel as though can run this country, and if he just happens to be black, and if that's the only thing that I know about him is him being black, then I'm going to vote for him. I see where Jada Pinkett is going with this, because she wants to make sure that black women are not excluded from this feminist movement with women. Because a lot of times you see, even going back, and you know what, this is going to go right into our next topic with Monique. I'm going to make sure it does. Because Jada Pinkett is speaking about the women's movement and the feminists, and how, you know, women are not being paid equally, and how white women are getting paid more than black women when they're all doing the same job. I get what she's saying. And when you have, excuse me, a strong candidate like Hillary Clinton, a female strong candidate like Hillary Clinton, you want to make sure that she stands for everything that you are fighting for, or that you want to see change. Just like when Barack Obama was running for president, a lot of African Americans felt, now that we have somebody that looks like us, he's going to understand the issues and the needs that it is that we are fighting for, or that it is that we've been trying to get these white men to fight for. But of course they weren't fighting for us like they should have been, because they don't know the issues that we've gone through. So that's basically what Jada's saying. I want to make sure that you as a woman can bring not just white women, but white and black women together. And it goes back to Patricia Arquette at the Oscars. Now, I just watched this interview, and I have to say, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to publicly apologize to Monique, because a few videos ago, Kevin and I, we gave our opinions on this whole blackball issue, and we said how we felt, and we gave our opinions on this Empire issue, and whether or not Monique was, actually asked to play the role of Cookie. And I'm going to publicly apologize because I watched the interview that she did with Sway up in New York. And Monique came with her receipts. She made sure that she let the world know, I'm not difficult to work with, and I never said that I was blackballed in Hollywood. Lee Daniels was the one that said that I was blackballed in Hollywood. She said, I never said that. He said it. She actually said, to the contrary, I was actually still getting roles after I won the Oscar. Many people believe just because they didn't see me in any movies that I wasn't getting roles. She said, but I actually was getting roles after the Oscars. Her problem was the roles that she was getting after she won the Oscars were roles that were being offered to her was as if she had just made it to Hollywood. That they weren't roles for somebody who had just won an Oscar. And she felt as though you wouldn't hand these type of roles to somebody like Meryl Streep who just won an Oscar. I just won an Oscar, so why are you handing me roles and for money that I was making when I first started out in this business? They were asking her to take a step back rather than go forward as if she was an Oscar winner. And I got what she was saying because she spoke about Patricia Arquette. She said this woman stood on the Oscars and she spoke up about women's rights. And she said, I was so happy that she spoke up about it. She said, but when she said it, she got a standing ovation. But when I refused to accept these roles that would limit myself, I was called difficult. She said, what was it that I said by saying no to these roles that was any different from what Patricia Arquette was doing? She said, because basically, I was saying to y'all, you can't make me feel as though I'm just a newbie, like I don't know what's going on in this business.
But you know what? I think, because I'm...
Well, hold on, let me just finish. Another thing with the whole Empire situation, she said, I actually was supposed to play Cookie. Because
she wasn't.
Well, I'm just saying. She pulled out the emails where Lee Daniels people had emailed her, and Sway read the emails, and where the one woman said to her that Lee Daniels, wants her to play the role of Cookie, and they wanted her to come down and do a screen test for this role. For whatever reason, she didn't. I can't remember why she said that. I think it was some legal issues or whatever the case may be, and so. At the end of the day, the networks and the producers decided to go with Taraji P. Henson, and she said she was happy for Taraji. She said, but when it came out that she was supposed to play Cookie, it was made as if she was lying when she said it. She said because Lee never came to her defense to say no, that it is true that I did want her to play Cookie. She basically said Lee Daniels said nothing with this whole situation, and she wanted him as a friend and as her brother to speak up and just tell the truth. That's what she wanted. She said she doesn't have any problems with Lee Daniels. She loves him. She wants to speak about it. And she also told Sway, because Sway asked her about the emails, and she said, we actually sent these emails to him to let him know, hey, look, this is what was being said. Do you remember this? And just to let him know that we are now going to make these email publics because you haven't come out in our defense. And she said when she sent him the emails, he never responded back to them. So this is why she's making it public, because she wants the public to know, yes, I was considered for this role, and Lee Daniels himself considered me for the role. That's why they wanted me to come and do a screen test for Cookie, but for whatever reason, she never got the part. But she wanted to make it clear that she never said that she was blackballed in Hollywood, that she was still getting roles in Hollywood, but she refused to take those roles because they were roles that she would have received 10, 15 years ago when she was first starting out. And she said, I just won the biggest award in Hollywood. Why would y'all think that I would accept this and the pay rate?
Let me tell her why. And Monique know I love her. Let me tell you something. Monique has never played a leading role in a movie. If anything, she's always been a supporter. And I'm really sitting here thinking like, okay, has she ever played the lead? No. And Precious, no. Two Could Play That Game, no. And Shadowboxer, no. What else has she played in? I think she's played in a lot of comedies and
basically
stuff.
all
Roscoe
her movies.
Jenkins, all her movies. So this is the thing, Monique. Just because you won that Oscar, that does not mean you can put asses in the theaters, because that's where it counts. So that Oscar, yes, it has a big name, but you know these movie companies, they want their money back. They don't just want to make the budget back. They want to make the budget plus more. And Monique is not that kind of person where I can say where she's a huge box office draw to get people in there like Kevin Hart can get people up in there. That's not where I think Monique is at right now. So I don't think she can make those demands and say, well, I want X amount of dollars if I'm going to be in your movie just because I'm having an Oscar. I don't think that it works that way. And I do think that her husband plays a part in a lot of her downfalls that has been going on, because there is no way you can have the #1 show on BET, win an Oscar, and still don't come back to BET. Something went wrong somewhere, and I think it came down to money. She says, oh, I don't know what happened, you have to ask WWE. Everything came down to money. It came down to the money. And if you have that Oscar winner that just won an Oscar, right? Even though you have the #1 ratings on BET, it was like 500,000 people. If you can't get at least 1 million and you won an Oscar in front of 38 million people, that's a problem. Ratings is everything. Like when you just win an Oscar. So they could be looking at it as her show ratings didn't go up after she won that Oscar. So, you know, I just think gradually, if she did take some roles, like maybe take a supporting role, but do it in a movie with white people, because I've never seen her in a movie with white people. It's been all black people. So if she did a movie with white people, maybe as a strong supporting character, to where it was a role that people would care about her, and then you got the white people in there, maybe they would care enough to go see her in another role, and it could just gradually build up to being a leading actress. Because people, when you hear Monique, you don't think of actress, you think of the comedian.
But you know what? I totally hear what you're saying, but I don't necessarily agree, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you have to, in any business, if you get a promotion, and the Oscar is the actor's promotion, if you get a promotion, and then after the day after your promotion, you are offered these different jobs and whatnot, why would I then take a job that I'm getting the same pay rate that I'm either still making or that I made 2 years ago? If anything, I'm supposed to gradually make more money with that promotion. And that's what Monique was saying. I wasn't getting offered any roles that made sure that I was growing as an artist, nor was my pockets growing. I wasn't getting any of that. That's what she was saying. And it's very good for those of you that didn't see the interview. Make sure you watch it so you can hear exactly what she's saying. She's saying because she told one of the lady who works with Sway, she said, I wasn't just doing this for me, I was doing this for the young black girl who's coming along, just like Hattie McDaniel opened those doors years ago for her. She said, because if I didn't say no to those roles that they were offering me, just like she said to the lady, just like if you didn't say no, or if you wouldn't say no, then all it would be is just another face. It would just be a new face, but they would still be getting the same pay rate. And she was saying that, and I agree with her. An Oscar is a promotion in Hollywood for actors. And then when you stop and think about it, let's look at Jennifer Hudson. Ever since Jennifer Hudson won that Oscar, she ain't had no big role. And maybe because she's just been taking the roles that they've given her. She played a secretary in Sex and the City. She had that movie with Queen Latifah and Alicia Keys that I don't think anybody went to go see.
Secret Bees.
Yeah, I don't think anybody went to go see that.
I heard that was a good movie.
And it probably was a good, it probably was a good movie, but it was, you know, but my thing is, when Jennifer Hudson won the Oscar, no, she didn't really go anywhere with her career. And I can't really speak too much for Jennifer Hudson, but maybe Jennifer Hudson did what Monique decided she wasn't going to do. Maybe she just decided that she's just going to keep accepting these roles. And Monique said, no, I've been in this game a little too long to just keep accepting these same roles that I was accepting before I won this Oscar.
I'll tell you one thing.
And I can't get mad at nobody who's speaking up for them, because at the end of the day, I want to make my money. And I don't want you to hold me back from making my money.
I know the roles that I noticed that Jennifer Hudson, when she take those independent roles, the movies, she does a damn good job. Now why these big wigs ain't taking like advantage of these movies, I don't know. But Jennifer Hudson is a damn good actress. That maybe some people probably thought that, oh well, she was singing in Dreamgirls, that's why she went in. No. She can play a fucking role. That's Jennifer fucking Hudson.
But you know what?
She can sing and she can act.
But you know what Monique said that I really love? She said to Sway, if Patricia Arquette, a white woman, is standing up on the Oscar stage and talking about how women are not still getting paid equally, she said, how do you think it feels for me as a black woman? How do you think it feels for me not getting paid equally if this white woman is saying she's not getting paid fairly? Me as a black woman, I'm really not getting paid
I
fairly.
really think it's her husband. Her husband and those demands, I think that y'all need to come to a reasonable amount because, okay, you know Patrick Ian Polk, now he has an Oscar winner in his movie, Monique. Okay, then you was like, well, you know, we had to do something to get if he wanted me for this role. So now you took on like executive producer or something like that because she wanted extra money from the film. I don't know exactly how he got her, but I know she was saying that she wants her name on that film. But it's like it was other roles. I know you didn't get paid, and I'm assuming that he didn't pay you that because he's still fighting to get his movie in the theaters. He didn't pay you. It must have been something about their role that
It may have been something about their role. Right.
So was no other roles that you ever got in these last 5 years that made you say, I really need this role? And then another thing, when it comes to playing Cookie, the right Cookie was selected. And not only that, when you have to take a screen test, that's not a guarantee that you have that job. So that's why
That's not true in Hollywood.
When she keeps saying
some of the biggest
because some
stars.
people don't ever. But I was talking though.
Okay, go ahead. I'm just correcting you.
I know because I know. Take a screen test. To me, if a writer has you in mind, like Tyler Perry, when he writes roles for certain artists in mind, and he don't make them take a screen test. I wrote this role for you.
But we talking about Tyler Perry in his own studio.
And listen, all right, and then listen. I'm talking about.
Because Lee Daniels don't own Fox.
Lee Daniels said, okay, well, he don't own Fox.
He said, but remember, Lee Daniels wanted her. The studio didn't want her.
But he thought of her as Cookie, right?
Right.
He thought of her as Cookie.
Right.
All right, but I want you to come in for a screen test for this. That doesn't mean that you're Cookie. It's not saying like I was supposed to be Cookie. No, you played the role of Cookie in the screen test.
Well, no, she didn't. No.
I was offered to take a role as Cookie for a screen test. It wasn't. Oh, this was definitely my role, and Fox said no.
Well,
because I'm difficult. But go ahead. I was talking.
I was just waiting.
Because I
know you were talking. I was just waiting. I was just saying. Because I need to clarify. You need to know. But I'm just saying. You need to know something about screen test. Screen test does not necessarily mean, oh, well, we may or may not pick you. It may not have even been screen test. It may not have even been Lee Daniels who wanted her to do the screen test. It may have been the studios. So whether or not Lee Daniels said, yes, you are going to be Cookie, or whatever the case may be, it was up to the studios. That's why in the emails they said the studio was the one who said no on you. There are some big stars in Hollywood that still do screen tests. Hell, just recently I saw an interview with Julia Roberts who said that she still has to do screen tests. Julia Roberts is 10 times bigger than Monique. So if Julia Roberts has to still do a screen test, why doesn't Monique have to do a screen test? Because all actors do screen tests.
If I have a project, well, for me...
And then let me just clarify something too. Let me just clarify something. Yes, Tyler Perry writes roles for certain actors, but that is also Tyler Perry writing, and it's also his studio. So he ain't got nobody above him telling him, no, you can't have that person. Lee Daniels had, what is it, Imagine Film, whatever the other studios, Imagine, and Fox, all telling him, we want Taraji P. Henson. Lee Daniels is not a head person at Fox, so he had to go by what they said because he's working for them. That's how it works. So it doesn't necessarily mean you don't have it because I called you in for a screen test. And another thing, Monique never said that she was going to be Cookie. What she said was that the role was offered to her. She never said that, oh, I'm supposed to play Cookie and now they don't want me to play it. She said that it was offered to her. That's what she said. That's why it's important. I want y'all to make sure y'all watch this interview. It is important. That's why I said I had to apologize. Because it was some stuff that I didn't know that I was speaking on. And then I said, well, damn, like, wow, I feel bad now because I just was putting the horse before, or putting the cart before the horse.
See, Monique had a game plan. And that game plan was, because I don't care what nobody said, she used the success of Empire to bring her back into the spotlight by saying, Lee Daniels told me I was blackballed to the Hollywood Reporter. So now every interview she does, she has to always talk about what happened with Lee Daniels, and that overshadows the fact that she has a role in this movie that comes out actually today, Blackbird. Don't nobody want to talk about Blackbird Even though that's her first role back in 5 years.
But you know what?
Everybody want to talk about Lee Daniels and Empire.
Right.
Listen, Monique, I don't see it for you as Cookie and Empire. No.
But listen.
And I think Taraji making her demands that if you want me, you got to bring on Terrence Howard. Because I can't see Empire with Monique and Wesley Snipes and everybody into it like that. The shit would have been canceled after 4 weeks.
Yeah. No, but listen. What you said about, what did you say just now about Empire and Monique? She used Empire.
She used Empire
as
to get her back in there because that was the top
But
show.
you know what it was? She didn't, this is my opinion, and you may feel as though she used it. I don't think she used it, and I'm going to tell you why I don't think she used it. Because, like she said in the interview, she never said that Hollywood blackballed her. Lee Daniels said that Hollywood blackballed her. And I guess he made the assertion that she was blackballed and that's why she wasn't in pictures and stuff, whatever the case may be. But she was saying, basically what she was saying was, and this is why she brought up Empire. Well, if I was blackballed, then A, why was I still getting these mediocre roles? And B, why did you want me to be in Empire? That's what she was saying.
Because
it wasn't
that's his friend.
But yeah, but it wasn't like it wasn't her bringing Empire in to get attention. She basically was saying, you out of your mouth just said that I was blackballed and nobody wanted to work with me. But then why did you want me to be in your new TV show?
Because listen, Lee Daniels is a friend to her. He sees she's not getting no roles nowhere else. So shit, I'm gonna put you in my shit. But see, the problem is these movie studios do not want you because of you being difficult. According to the movie industry, you're difficult. But you know what? There's been plenty of our subscribers that been to your show that say that you're not one of the nicest people. Now, I can't speak for them because I haven't been to your show, so I didn't know how it was behind the scenes. But anytime you got Lee Daniels saying, okay, I want you in The Butler. Okay, and they say, no, we're going to put in, but it took 2 roles from you. Richard Pryor and The Butler, and then they said, no, we don't want you in Empire. It doesn't take Lee Daniels.
Who's she playing in Richard Pryor?
The grandmother. Okay. It doesn't take Lee Daniels to tell you that you're being blackballed in Hollywood. No. Your husband should have been the first person to tell you that you're being blackballed in Hollywood. Okay? You haven't had a role in 5 years. You keep saying, oh, we got roles, but they wasn't the money that I'm talking about. No. In some roles that you say, you know what, I have to play. Your husband like, no. You have an Oscar that's sitting, you said it's on your bottom shelf. On Wendy you said that. You have an Oscar and stuff, but I think that he's probably bidding way too high for you. And that's why you haven't been in anything in 5 years. If you weren't difficult, you would, even if BET said, no, we don't want you in a night show, I'm sure a TV studio somewhere would have said, you know what, let's bring Monique to daytime television. I think that you could have had so many different things. Shit. You could have done the comic view shit. Like you could have been the host. Not even just that. Shit, you could have had your own comic show with you the host where you find people everywhere. I'm just saying that you had... the sky's the limit when you win an Oscar. Don't nobody just forget about you out of nowhere. Something had to go down. And when you saying that you wanted to take family time, I understand that you were saying that you wanted family time, but family time could have came right after you did the Oscar season. You could have just chilled out for a minute. You could have just chilled out. You know that's what you got to do. You got to promote these movies. You want to get paid to go to Paris. A lot of people, ain't nobody paying nobody for no interviews. Like, you have to work with the studios. And they're like, well, she not playing the game, then we can't help her. And that's what happened.
But
that's what happened.
Well, you know what? Let me just say this. Let me
It's
just
a
say
game.
this. Yeah, it is a game, but let me just say this. And I just want you to know this on this show, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to ever allow somebody to tell the Scorpion Show, y'all are not worth this amount. Because if you agree to that amount that they telling us that we worth and I don't agree to it, then you can kiss me goodbye. Because if I know... Hold on. Exactly. If I know my worth, but I'm saying, if I know my worth, then why would I allow you to keep me here or drag me back here? Now, we're not saying that her husband was saying that they got to give her $5 or $10 million, because I don't know what he was saying. But if I know my worth, then why is it so wrong that I am bidding for my worth? That's just like the people who are picketing at fast food places. We know damn well some people are like, I'm not going to give them $15 an hour because some people with degrees are starting off with $15 an hour. So why would I give you $15 an hour? But the point is, I'm bidding for what it is that I think that I deserve. So if I think that I deserve, let's say if I think that I deserve $1 million, then why am I wrong for bidding for that?
Because you know what? Sometimes you have to take a step back just to take a bigger leap to go forward.
Yeah, but
and a lot of people look at it like this. I've done movies, I've done this, and I've done that. And then when you see them on television, oh, she's a movie star. Why is she on television? Then you got people like Terrence Howard in movies, but on television, and Taraji P. Henson on television. And look, they have one of the biggest TV shows. Now, I don't know how much they're getting paid, but I know one thing. If I was their manager, I'd be fighting for more money for them for season 2, because what their show did, it grew week to week to week to week. Every week. Come on now, you went from 9 million to like 16 million viewers.
But see what you just said? What you just said is the prime example what Monique is saying. I won this Oscar, so therefore I should be getting paid more. That's basically what she's saying, and that's what you just said. This show is growing, so therefore I wouldn't expect Terrence Howard and Taraji next season to be getting paid the same amount they got. Right, so that's what she's saying. I won this Oscar, and this is the biggest award that you can win in this industry. So now, why am I sitting back? Let's just throw out there, let's just say Monique was making $500,000. I'm sure she's probably not, she's probably making more. But let's just say she was making $500,000 a movie. Why, after winning this Oscar, do I have to still accept $500,000? Why can't I get $600,000?
No, you shouldn't. You should go there. But you know what though? This is what I would do. Now listen, I would take a higher pay because of course I want to.
Well, first you gotta fight for it.
But listen, yeah, you gotta fight for it. But listen,
if they give it
you get that. Fuck all these other topics. It's like that's what it seems like today. It's like, listen, okay, so you win this Oscar. Now you're not a movie star because your name being on that marquee does not mean. I mean, because it was Tyler Perry's and all of the name, Oprah and all them girls. Okay, it was all of them on there. Okay, Monique has that Oscar. But now you have, this is how the movie executives feel. Okay, she won an Oscar, but can she put asses in the seats, in the theaters? So we pay her this amount and she don't give us our money back plus more. Why is she worth that amount?
But you won't know until you give it to her.
But
I
don't know. We don't. How do we know? How do we know if she was offered more, a lot more, but then her husband said, "Oh no, she has an Oscar. We want more than that."
What do you mean? How do we know she was even offered the roles or offered money?
More money. We don't even know.
Well, she didn't say she was offered more money. That's the thing. She said she wasn't offered more money. She wasn't. The roles that she was getting were mediocre roles, and they weren't trying to pay her.
Now
more.
listen. Now
That's
she's
what
going to
she
be.
was
Now
saying.
she's playing Bessie. I mean, she's not playing Bessie. She's playing on Bessie.
Yeah,
she's playing. She's in a Ross.
And you know what? She could have played Bessie.
Yes, because
I looked up.
I'm waiting for the what's the lady that won the Oscar 1939? Going with the Wind. I'm waiting for that movie. Where's that movie, Monique? You had the rights to it and everything. You mean to tell me you couldn't get that off the ground in 5 years? It's like, what have you been doing besides losing weight? And you look good. But what else have you been doing? And now she said that HBO paid her the amount that she's worth. Okay, now HBO is an HBO flick. You ain't getting no revenue dollars from that. So,
but I mean, they thought that she was worth it, so they gave it to her.
So is HBO giving her more than what she's making to play a role in the movie? I don't know.
We don't know. But what she's saying is, that is, never mind the fact of who, if it's TV or movies or HBO. The point that she's making is, I deserve more money. Because, truth be told, Monique has been in this industry for over 15 years. If I'm at a job for 15 years, why the fuck am I still making the same amount of money that I made when I started 15 years ago? That does not make sense. And I totally agree with her. Why is it that y'all are still offering me the same amount that I was making before Precious?
Yeah,
why?
I need somebody to take a gamble on Monique and see if she can sell.
You know what? And this is how I feel about jobs. Okay? I feel this way about jobs. You go and you apply for these jobs, and they tell you that you need to have about 2 to 3 year experience. But my thing is, how the fuck is anybody going to have experience if you don't hire them to show them the job? Just because you went to college and you studied for that does not necessarily making you have experience. You actually have to do the job to have experience. That's how I feel about it. Just like Whoopi Goldberg says, nobody knows how to be president unless you've been president. Nobody knows how to be it unless you've been it. I don't care how long you've been in politics. You've never run this country, so you don't know how to run it. And that's how I feel about jobs. How can you say somebody has to have 2 or 3 years experience, and when I'm willing to learn the job, you tell me, well, you ain't never had no experience, so we can't hire you. What the fuck? That's what Monique is saying. Well, how are you going to tell me I can't bring asses to the seats when y'all not even willing to give me what I'm asking for? You never know. I may be able to.
Maybe they're going by the precious box office. I don't even
people
know how
might
much
be
it made.
people might be waiting to see Monique back in theaters. You know what I mean? They just got it, and I agree. They just have to give her a chance. Just give me a chance. And it's sad because as I was watching the interview, I really felt for her because a lot of people are put in those situations where. And you know what? You know what's so funny too? That shade that she threw at Oprah, funny, without saying a word. So Sway said to her, because she loves Lee Daniels, and she really wants to talk about this.
Yeah, they do. They need to talk it out.
Because she feels as though she don't
Private.
Yeah, private. She feels as though she don't have no gripe or animosity to Lee Daniels. The only problem is that she feels as though Lee Daniels didn't speak up when the whole Empire issue came up, because she said, but y'all were the one that reached out to me, but now y'all are not saying a word on this issue. And she feels as though if you're supposed to be my brother, then you're supposed to ride for me. And I agree, ride for your sister. And this was what Sway said to her. He said
Lee Daniels ain't stupid.
Well, no, he ain't stupid.
Okay,
no,
I'm
he's
not
not
saying
stupid.
that.
And you know what's so
You ain't
funny?
fucking up my
Listen,
shit.
Kevin,
Oh, I'm sorry.
you gotta watch this interview because of what you just said. Bitch, Monique, watch this fucking interview. And I'm about to tell you what you just said. But listen, so Sway said to her, so, you know, since you and Lee ain't talking, this sounds like something that, you know, maybe we can get Oprah involved to sit up the situation. So Monique looked, and she grabbed her coffee, her tea, and she started drinking it. And they got wait, and they got real quiet. And they said, "Ooh,
You remember when Oprah
listen." No, they said, "Oh, you sipping that tea?" And she said, "No, it's good. That's why I'm sipping it." And they left it at that.
No. Cause see, remember when Monique's family was on Oprah?
Yeah.
See, look at all of this.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
that's-
Monique ain't fucking with Oprah, and
Yeah.
now you got Oprah taking your roles too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Monique
No,
ain't
but
fucking
listen.
with Oprah.
Okay, so going back to what you said
Yeah,
about
'cause I
people not Lee Daniels not taking up for her. So Monique's, you know, she brought up some good points. So Sway asked her. He says, while you was going through this whole blackball, all this shit, did you have any of your Hollywood friends come out and publicly support you? And she said her son told her she was good. She said my best friend since 3rd grade came out and called me and was like, "You good?" "I'm good." She said the only person from Hollywood that reached out to her while she was going through this was some guy, I can't remember his name, but from Harlem Nights. Have you seen Harlem Nights? I can't remember it, but she said the guy who played the boxer in Harlem Nights, he reached out to her and he tweeted her and told her that he, you know, told her to stand tall. And she said she totally gets why people in Hollywood
ain't going to
do it.
She
She said because years ago, the whole free agent thing, when that free agent came about, she said years ago it was a baseball player, a black baseball player, who was the one who came up with that. And when he came up and decided to come up with that, he was blackballed. And he never worked again. And she said when he died broke and he died sick and he never worked again. She said years later after he died, she said that some of his former teammates came out and said that they all agreed with him, but they were in fear of speaking up, so that's why they didn't say anything. And she said that's what she thinks it is in Hollywood today, that there are people out there that agree with her, but like you just said, they ain't gonna say nothing because they don't want to fuck shit up. It's sad, but it's Hollywood. Because in one token, you think, you gotta remember, Monique I'm sure in Monique's mind, she's riding this train all by herself. And she know that there's people out there that agree with her, but ain't nobody stands in her defense. And it gotta be kind of sad because when you know you're right and ain't nobody coming out to fight for you, it's like, well, damn, like, but you know what? This is how I feel about it. When you, and it's not just for Monique, it's for everybody. When you know that you're right and you know that what you're doing is in good cause, keep fighting for it. Like I saw this quote, Winston Churchill made this quote. He says, if you're going through hell, keep going. Just keep on going. You know why? Because eventually you're going to make it out of there. Eventually you're going to make it out. It's just like when you're going through the valley and it's dark and it's scary, keep on pushing through that valley because eventually it's going to be that light. So Monique, just keep on doing you. Keep your head up. If you feel as though that you're worth more, keep fighting. You may not ever get the money that you're worth, but as long as you keep fighting, I'd rather you die fighting than die not trying. You know
I wonder
what I mean?
if Monique get paid, if Monique get paid more money for doing comedy tours now that she has an Oscar too. I want to know. Monique, let us know. Monique, we need to Skype you in and let's talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a fun talk.
But you know what? I think people like her, I think she's not leaving comedy, but I think she wants to branch off and do like look, I'm more than just because
she got a lot of hard work to do now.
I never thought she would win an Oscar for Precious. I never even thought she'd have been at the Oscars.
When I first seen the trailer,
I remember that you said that because I was like, no, I don't think so.
When I
remember that you did say that. We were downstairs in the dining room when you said that. I'll never forget that. That was a long time ago, like 5-6 years.
I said Monique's going to get an Oscar in 1 year.
You said that. I remember it so well. And well, we kind of predicted a lot of things on the show. That's what I'm saying. We worth more than what we are making now.
Way more!
I don't fuck what he says. Okay, I know.
Maybe more opportunities to come real soon.
But anyway, well, I forgot what I was saying. But yes, just keep doing your thing, Monique. And
And speaking of Monique and all the stuff that's going on in the industry, everybody on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is a motherfucking manager and can't even manage their motherfucking self.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
So we come back to this new season. What's her name? Oh my God. What's the baby mom?
Mimi.
Steve. Yeah, Mimi.
Oh, Lord.
I'm trying to forget everybody's name. Mimi comes back. She's like, yeah, I'm not with Nico anymore because such and such and such and such. He has a wife and he wasn't loyal and he was just doing all of this stuff. So now me and Stevie is cool again. They showed a little clip of Stevie like, I would never hurt you, blah, 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 blah. Just saying all of this stuff to her. And she's like, I'm going to go into management with Stevie because he has experience in the business and stuff. And maybe we can manage each other and everything, knowing that she really just wants that dick. That's what it really is coming down to. And Mimi, I've been saying this for 3 years straight. Your mind just don't think right because you're dumb. Like this man done did all these things to you and you keep finding any way to crawl yourself back to Stevie J to get at Jocelyn, okay? You just try any kind of thing. So you with Little Kimbo artists, I don't know what happened to Tiffany Fox, but see, how you go from Little Kim to Stevie J? I don't know. So Tiffany Fox, she's up in there all looking all sexy and stuff, and I'm like, but now Stevie J's going to try to fuck her.
Oh yeah.
Because that's his art. I mean,
that's his thing.
The guy,
and that's his thing.
Oh yeah. You do it with everybody. I mean, it's nothing new. Don't get over Stevie J.
Right.
So she's like, oh, he's looking at her and all of this stuff, whatever. In the meantime, she's like, where's Jocelyn? Where's Jocelyn? Everybody's worrying about where the fuck is Jocelyn. Except for Jocelyn.
And Jocelyn ain't giving a fuck about them. No. Can't be asking about her.
Where's Jocelyn? Where's Jocelyn? Leave Jocelyn alone. Don't worry about where she's at. Worry about what you and Stevie can do for all these people since you're a manager now. And then I'm like, how are you a manager? See, you and Cynthia on that same page don't know what the fuck is going on, but just sign any goddamn thing. Because I forgot to say this the other day, but see, Peter done set up that business and ain't even tell her but where her money. And then you signing shit and you let Nico take 25% of your money. Now he talking about y'all making money, taking money from you and your children and all this and that. She tells Stevie's going all off about everything. Rashida and Kirk, oh, everything is all cool, it look cute and everything. Fuck out of here. That new girl that's supposed to be their artist or whatever, he's fucking her on the side too. I mean, it just never gets old, and they just get dumber and dumber each season. See, y'all women you gotta sleep with one eye open on the show.
Yeah.
Damn!
Yeah.
You already know you fucking up. You keep going back to that dick. You know that dick going stray. And then you keep going back to it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So then, Nico and his girl, what's her name? Genoa? Not Genoa. What's her fucking name? What is her damn name? Margot. That's it, Genoa. Margot, she's
I was
so
still trying to
pretty.
figure out if it was real, that they were back, because it's kind of thing.
Yeah. Pretty and dumb at the same damn time.
Everybody's pretty and dumb.
Yeah, pretty and dumb. Pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. She is too pretty to be letting him do all this. I mean, you mean to tell me you want to stick with a man who done stuck his dick in this girl on video that made all this money?
But I didn't understand when she said that, because I'm thinking like, if y'all have this open marriage, and I still for the life of me don't know what an open marriage is, but for the life of me I don't know what that meant, because I just feel as though an open marriage ain't no marriage.
If you got an open marriage,
yeah,
wait, if you got an open marriage, let me tell you something. You better be getting checked every month, because you don't know who he's been with.
Okay.
You can just go ahead and fuck whoever you want.
And you know what's so funny? She didn't have a problem with fucking people.
No.
She said a problem with doing it on camera.
No.
But what kind of shit is that? Like,
Because now the whole world can see what she got. I mean, it's like, you know.
Nico?
Yeah, it's nice. But anyway, you know, so she's just dumb. Nico, yeah, I'm taking food out Stevie Kid's mouth and everything, and they get into it and fight. Like, I don't know what's going on, but see, Stevie, when you run up on somebody, don't go for their legs. Run up and hit them in their face.
Yeah,
that's how
I
you.
understand how
It was stupid. It just looked, you know. But see, my girl Mama D, I don't know where you're going with this singing career though, or where you think you're going, but it definitely won't be on the stage at the Oscars. I meant the Grammys. You might make it to the BET Award.
No, she's not even making it there. She might make it to the Source Award.
If they don't start shooting in there before our performance, she might be lucky to get there.
I deserve it.
Yes, I
Definitely
deserve
is
it.
not letting her on nobody's being stage. You know that. She can't even be a presenter.
But they said people were actually buying the song. Talking about she's living off the success of I Deserve. Shit, I mean, we need to make a song so we can start making some money.
Okay? A-Town got that birds in church. You know what?
We need
Nobody's not working no more. They just grabbing a retarded person and flipping out.
Hey.
I need to find me one.
No!
You willing to be my...
Fuck no, bitch. I ain't willing to be dumb on camera. You ain't getting me like that. But you could be laughing over to the back. Maybe I should. Maybe I should just start stopping random people in the street.
Because it just don't make no sense. Nobody working no more.
It's this white boy that go around fucking with black. He go to the black neighborhoods on purpose.
Fucking
He'll pull their pants or act like he peeing or whatever and show them something. Like he be doing all kinds of, they be fucking him up. You're not beating my ass for a couple dollars. Because see, you never know, somebody might pull out a gun and shoot you.
Yeah.
Like he was snatching the phones out of people's hands. Talking about, let me see what time it is. Like, they like, what? They ripped his ass up, beat him down. So it's a prank, it's a prank. You don't play with people like that.
No.
Then you go to the projects in Brooklyn. You just don't do that. For an ass whooping,
No, I don't.
there's people that beat you up for free.
Yeah.
But, you know, Love and Hip Hop, I'm waiting for Jocelyn to come back because I missed the Puerto Rican princess. I was mad that she wasn't on here, so I'm just assuming that, you know, she's away and in rehab somewhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Love and Hip Hop, it was cute and dumb. You know, these girls just really have to do better. And I really hope that...
They have to know their worth, like Mona said.
Yes, you better... And I hope Mona paying them more this season, too.
Okay.
Maybe they just
Because they're getting dumber and dumber by the scene.
You can't pay me enough to be that dumb, cause I'm gonna get you together. Okay, you might get me once, but you ain't gonna get me twice. You know, maybe if the money was nice, you know, I'll think about it. But yeah, that was Love and Hip Hop. It was cute. It was cute. I'm waiting for next week.
Would you do a video with Nico?
No, Nico's not attracted to me. He actually looks older than what he did in the previous seasons.
And I don't like that dye on his...
Yeah, it's just like his whole...
So, yeah.
Something don't look right.
Look at that.
Okay, everything that might look good don't look good. You know what I'm saying?
Because it might be expired chocolate.
Oh! And you don't want that, never mind.
Yeah.
You don't want that syrup. You don't want expired syrup.
Oh, you had it before?
No.
How'd you know?
Oh no, I don't play those games. I told you. You already know my thing.
No, I don't know a thing. I just know. Bitch! Good.
Don't play those games.
Good night. And farewell.
Happy Pride. So listen,
You
y'all.
let somebody. Oh, on the bees. The bees on there. Yeah.
You trying to get your head shaved?
No, because I ain't going nowhere this weekend.
Oh, you
But
staying
you
home?
are.
Oh, you know.
So you better make sure they shoot.
Oh no, ain't none of
Target
that.
practice.
None of that.
You want to give it a target practice church. Ain't here,
Don't
bitch.
do it. Maybe I should.
Don't go past the 5.
I'm going past the neck. I'm playing. Neck up below. You know.
Woo-wee. Hey, all right.
But I had a dream.
No, don't tell me about that.
It was just nasty. I mean, it was everywhere. It was just everywhere. It wasn't me. It was like, yeah, it was nasty.
Were you having dreams about other people?
Yeah, that was nasty.
Good.
It was a random too, and you know I don't do that no more.
No.
But yeah,
No,
let me stop because I don't want to be like one of them girls on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
But listen,
Okay.
we're gonna go. Y'all have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Y'all be safe. Again, if you see me, speak. If you in town for Pen Relay or whatever, and you going to these clubs, I'm gonna be at Simply Christopher Events. Trina will be at the club tonight since it's Friday. This is Friday. Yeah. Trina will be at the club tonight, so you know I'm gonna be there. And it's a whole lot of events going on. So just check Facebook or check Instagram and see what's going on during Pen Relay Weekend. Good luck to all the high schools running. Make sure y'all get your rest, okay? Get your stretches in, and you know, good luck winning the trophies and stuff at the Pen Relays.
I want to say something too because I missed this week's Monday movie pick.
Yes, you.
I did because
Sure
everybody, you know, a lot of people are watching it, and I just want to make sure that I say it. So I didn't. I had a Monday movie pick this past Monday, but I never got to say it. So then yesterday, Thursday, I was watching. I was at home and I was on my local news app, and they had this story about this 102-year-old woman who saw herself for the first time dancing on film. She was a backup dancer years ago in the 1930s and 40s in different movies and things like that. And she had never seen any of the movies that she was a backup dancer in. So this guy went to this nursing home. I can't remember why he was there, but he was like, you know, he was some guy. He went to the nursing home and he found this woman. And while talking to her, he realized that she was in movies years ago. So he went home and he started, you know, researching her. And lo and behold, he started to find these different movies that she was in, and he found her. So what he did was he got his iPad and he went back to the nursing home and he set the iPad in front of her and got to show her herself on film. And it was so nice because this woman had never seen herself, and she was, you know, she was remembering the certain situations and the songs and this, that, and the third. And it got me to thinking about not my original movie pick that I had for Monday, but this new movie pick. And this new movie pick that I want y'all to go see, to go find if you haven't seen it already, is called Fried Green Tomatoes.
Yes.
It was good. You see how I segued that in? And it's called Fried Green Tomatoes, and it stars Kathy Bates and Jessica Tandy. Now, a lot of people may see the cover of this movie and be like, I don't want to watch this. This looks stupid and boring. And let me tell you something. A long time ago, when I first saw this movie, I said the same damn thing. I don't want to watch this. This movie is so good that it will have you laughing, it will have you crying, and it will have you like, oh my God. It is so good. All right, I'm not going to tell you everything, but I'm going to just say this. Kathy Bates, she plays this housewife. And she plays a woman who's going through a bit of a depression. She's depressed because of her weight. You know, she's overweight. And her marriage is, you know, kind of falling apart. And she goes to this nursing home. And while she's at this nursing home, I can't remember why she goes there. She's, like, volunteering or whatever. But she goes there and she meets this elderly woman played by Jessica Tandy. And in conversation with this elderly woman, the woman starts to tell her about her life years ago and what things were going on when she was a young woman. And the story that takes place, it is so good. And it also, Cicely Tyson is also in this movie too. And that's why I decided to pick this movie, because it reminded me of this story about the 102-year-old woman, how the guy went to the nursing home and found all this information. It's so, I like how I just did that. Thank you, Miguel. No, thank you, God. But anyway, if you have not seen Fried Green Tomatoes, make sure you guys look this film up, okay? It's a really, really good movie, and it comes on TV all the time. So if you have
it might be on demand.
Yeah, if you have it on demand, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Okay, it's called Fried Green Tomatoes, and make sure you guys hit me up to let me know how you like it or if you've seen it. Okay.
All right, y'all. So we'll go. We'll see y'all next week. And again, if you're looking for a church, McKell's Church, St. Joseph Baptist Church, 54th and Vine. Service starts at 11 a.m. So even if you don't see McKell in there, you make sure you're in there. And don't go just to see McKell. You go there to wear it.
That's right.
Just want to let y'all know.
That's true.
What did you say about Uber? Oh, no. But anyway, we're going to go. We'll see y'all next week. Everybody be safe. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.
Bye.